Welcome into 2020, precious hearts. I've been in deep deliberation on what I really want to bring for you this year. I am quite present on my Facebook platform and on my Instagram platform, and I felt like I've really found my voices, and I know the content I love sharing in those places. But last year I really struggled. I think it was such a year of personal evolution for me. I found it really, really difficult to contemplate what content to bring you and how I wanted to share my heart and what relationship I wanted to have with you. And so, after much consideration, I've realized that YouTube for me is a place for unrestrained heart sharing. It's a place where I obviously do business mentoring now, and helping people to deepen into their truth so they can rise on purpose and prosper is such a huge part of my mission. But I feel like I talk about that a lot on Instagram. Instagram is where I have a lot of my business content. I also have a Facebook group, Business Chariots, and I talk a lot about my business content there. When I'm on Facebook, I tend to riff and kind of teach about whatever's unfolding in my life. My daughter recently had nightmares come up, and I was able to really lead and guide her through a process of accepting her spiritual gifts, really using the loss of her pet sheep as an impetus to utilize her mediumship skills. So if you want to see that post, go ahead and check it out on Facebook. I'll put the link below later on. So, what I have realized about myself is I hate rehashing content. If I say something one place, I don't want to just go and spew it out in another place. I think it's ridiculous. What I really love about YouTube is this is such a global platform, and I know that many of my followers are not in New Zealand. You guys are mostly over in the States, and it's very difficult for me to actually find a time to reach you that's convenient for your time zone. And so I think it's really great just to have the video there, and whenever you guys have the chance to be able to catch up. But I thought, what's the most precious, valuable information I could really share here on YouTube? I've noticed that my audience here tends to confide in me. You kind of ask me personal questions, you share what's happening in your lives, and I've realized I really like that. It's really different. People don't communicate with me on other platforms the way that you all do, and I really love that. So, I'm here to do a weekly video on my personal evolution, on what's showing up in my life and what I'm working on. I think many of you know I'm big into shadow transmutation, really looking at the unconscious judged part of myselves. There are many, many Lysas here, and I like to welcome them home. I like to receive them with compassion, with mercy, with grace. And the more I receive these sacred parts of me and come to understand them and appreciate them and integrate them into my life, the more my life blossoms and blooms in the most beautiful way. So I thought, I really want to tell you what's actually gritty and what's difficult for me at the time. And many of you know that I have started teaching that our light shadow is actually the most difficult part to receive. I can receive the unloved, the cast out, the judged, the abandoned parts with ease. That was a necessity for me to heal my own anxiety disorder and the eating disorders and the pattern of breakups. And I've come so far, and I've become really, really good at that level of sacred retrieval and receival. What I'm really struggling with is owning and accepting my light, the noble, divine, beautiful, honorable aspects of ourselves. Man, that's confronting work. And what that means is that last week it was confronting in a few ways, because I'm allowing my sister-in-law a lot closer to me now. And that's difficult because I've known her for 12 years. I'm married her brother. But she's gone through some life changes, and we've always had a good relationship. But those people you have a good relationship with, you could let them in a little bit more, or you could keep it where it's at. And I had been letting her in a little bit more, and I realized that I like to complain that I don't have very many family members I can rely on. I've recently blocked 3 core family members on Facebook and not given them access to me anymore, out of self-regard and out of a need to protect myself and my space, which was a very difficult decision to make, and it's revealed the gap in my life. I don't have a lot of family that I can trust and rely on, that I can get support from. And obviously I'm in the profession of giving support. Interestingly enough, the largest story in my clientele is that they were not emotionally nurtured when they were children. And so I bond with my clients over that. And no doubt, tell me if that story resonates for you at all. But I realized that she's trustworthy and she does love me and she's always respected me. And so why am I keeping her at a distance? And I tell you why. It's freaking scary to let people in. It's freaking scary to let them love us. It's freaking scary to let love in to a point where you might like it. And then know that that person has the choice to withdraw, contract, or betray you. So opening to love is a two-way street where we're opening to another betrayal. And betrayal's absolutely been a theme in my life, and holding myself to account for the self-betrayal has been a powerful way that I've halted that pattern. And so letting my sister-in-law close meant going and doing a mutual photo shoot where I would take pictures of her and she would take pictures of me. And I was very happy to do her makeup, and I was very happy to honor her and cherish her. I'm good at that. I've become very good at honoring people because I know how it feels to be so dishonored and disregarded. What I didn't expect was for her to honor me and regard me. And she took some of the most beautiful pictures. I was uncomfortably in my beauty. I was uncomfortably in my power. I was very uncomfortably in my sensuality. And she knows my journey. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I only started eating whole foods last year, and I dropped a dress size. And I did it because I can't invite my clients to honor and regard themselves if I'm holding out. So I'm like not holding out on myself anymore in order to have the presence to truly allow that to reach my clients. So she took the most beautiful pictures of me, and I tell you, I saw it and I was really happy. I was elated. And then I abandoned myself, as I do when I can't be with my sensuality. I can't be with my beauty. I can't hold the perception of myself as a beautiful, attractive, gorgeous woman. And by gosh, if you're a woman watching this, you know the lengths we will go through to look good. And then when we see it, it's like whoosh, whoosh. And so I'm telling you this because it's my work right now, and this channel is now going to be devoted to my personal work, to the vulnerable places where I'm getting in, and I'm getting real close to the edge of the known. And so what I did when I realized I was abandoning myself by being blown away by my own photography was I reached out to a friend. I just voice clipped on WhatsApp and said, yada, 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 fearing myself, dishonoring myself. I'm here to tell you, you can't accept your light shadow on your own. You try and do that, you're going to get nowhere fast. We need trustworthy, reliable people with integrity who are truth tellers, just like we are, who can do it in a way that is gentle and soft and powerful. And my friends do that for me. And I want you to know I would not be where I am without my friends. And I'm here to advocate for you to look at what part of my story that I'm in right now resonates with you. And I want to invite you to reflect on the quality of your relationships and identify who are the people you can feel safe with. If you don't have people that you can feel safe with, you need to start investing in those people. The people I now have, I have repeatedly spent hundreds of hours investing in to cultivate the safety I now have. I need that for where I'm going. I love sharing my heart. I guess I'm trying to invite you in closer because I know how lonely and isolating it is in this world. And if by any chance I'm fortunate to be someone that you can see yourself in, if I am so lucky to be someone that you can trust, then that's a large part of why I'm here on the earth, because I didn't have people I could trust for the first 2 decades of my life. It's only by, my own healing work and meeting my now husband, who is my best friend, who actually adores me for who I am and finds me easy to love. Repeating that. He finds me easy to love. If you are following this and you're a business owner and you want to check out my business content, definitely follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to get the best quality content. If you love that content, come and join me in my Business Chariots group. it's getting sweet in there. If you want to hear me riffing and teaching, then go to my Facebook page. And that's where I'm kind of teaching based on what's unfolding in my life, but it's from a teacher archetype. Really, here you've got the vulnerable raw Lysa. And gosh, she ain't getting a lot of airtime on social media, so YouTube, I reward you with the vulnerable Lysa. Tell me what you think of this. I'm here to deepen into my truth so I can rise on purpose. And if you care about that, absolutely stick around, and I'll be bringing you a new video every week. I have no idea what it'll be on, but it will be about where I'm vulnerable, where I'm raw, where I'm gritty. I'm going to tell you the truth. Happy 2020, precious hearts. Tell me what you think of this. Beaming you so much love and care. Lysa Black, healer, business mentor, change agent, willing to own my shadow and my light so I can be all that I am in this world. Hoping you'll do the same.